my friends, it's Mrs. Catherine here. How are you doing today? Excellent. Should we start by singing the hello song? Let's do it. Hello, how do you do? It's good to be with you. Hello, how do you do? It's good to be with you. Hello, how do you do? It's good to be with you. It's good to be with you at story time. So today is a special story time. I'm wearing my red poppy. Does everybody know what that red poppy is for? It's for remembering. November 11th is Remembrance Day. That's right. So we're going to read a special story about Remembrance Day. We also have a special guest today who happens to be my husband, Major Phil Desmarais. He's going to talk to us a little bit about the military and Remembrance Day.
Hello, Storytime friends. My name is Phil Desmarais. I'm a major in the Royal Canadian Air Force, and I'm here with Miss Catherine today to help with the Remembrance Day Storytime. I have been in the Royal Canadian Air Force for 22 years, and I've had some really cool experiences, and I'm going to talk about a few of them today. We're going to do one of my favorite things to do on Remembrance Day to help remember, and then we're also going to talk a little bit about and show some pictures about what people in the military do today.
Lieutenant Colonel John McCrae was a Canadian doctor during the First World War. On the 3rd of May 1915, he was inspired to write a poem which became very famous. He is the author of In Flanders Fields.
In Flanders Fields by John McCrae. In Flanders Fields the poppies blow between the crosses, row on row, that mark our place. And in the sky the larks, still bravely singing, fly, scarce heard amid the guns below. We are the dead. Short days ago we lived, felt dawn, saw sunset glow, loved and were loved, and now we lie in Flanders Fields. Take up our quarrel with the foe. To you from failing hands we throw the torch, be yours to hold it high. If ye break faith with us who die, we shall not sleep, though poppies grow in Flanders Fields. One of my favorite parts from In Flanders Fields is where he talks about passing the torch from that generation to generations after them. So that's where I think we fit in today in the Canadian military. We've taken the torch from the generations before us, and we continue to do a lot of very helpful things for Canadians and for people around the world. And that's what we're going to talk about next.
The Canadian Armed Forces is made up of the Royal Canadian Air Force, the Royal Canadian Navy, and the Canadian Army. And we are all here to help out Canada whenever it needs us, either at home in Canada or anywhere around the world. One of the ways that the Canadian Armed Forces helps people around the world and also here in Canada is by using our very special equipment and tools to get certain jobs done. When there's a problem to solve or a job to do, sometimes the only way to do that is with the special skills and equipment that the military has. It's the people, though, that is my favorite part about the military, and I think the best part. All of the sailors, soldiers, and aviators that make up the military all joined to be in service of Canada. And we work for Canada every single day. Sometimes that means doing jobs at home here in Canada, and sometimes it means doing jobs in different parts of the world. A lot of the same things that all of you Storytime friends out there do are the same things that help us be successful in the military. Being kind to one another, helping out your friends, helping out your neighbors. Those are all the things that a lot of people in the military do to people in Canada and to people around the world.
Thanks for letting me visit you on Storytime today, and thanks to Mrs. Catherine for inviting me. It was really great to talk to you a little bit about remembrance and a little bit about what the military does, and I hope that on November 11th you take a little moment of silence to remember our fallen soldiers.
Thank you, Major Desmarais, for coming and speaking with us today. We really appreciate it, and we really appreciate your service. Did you bring your magic fingers with you? I have mine here. Let's wiggle them. On the count of 3, you send me your magic, okay? 1, 2, 3. Poof! Ooh, let's look inside. This is a book called Proud as a Peacock, Brave as a Lion. Let's read it. Proud as a Peacock, Brave as a Lion. Written by Jane Barclay. Illustrated by Renee Benoit. My papa was a soldier. When he was 17 years old, he lied about his age so he could join the army and fight for our country in the war. I'm on his bed studying a picture of him in his uniform. His hair is too short and his pants are too long. Papa, I ask him, why did you lie about your age? Well, he said, so many other boys were joining, and I didn't want to be left behind. I couldn't wait to put on that uniform. As soon as I did, I felt proud as a peacock. Proud as a peacock? I ask. Proud as that, he answers. He struts across the floor with his chest puffed out and his belly pulled in. He stops in front of the mirror and combs his hair and pats some shaving lotion on his cheeks. He smiles at his reflection. But beneath my papa's smile, I see the serious young man in the photograph. My papa crossed the ocean. The war was far away, and he went on a long journey to get there. He said goodbye to his mom and dad and his sweetheart, Betty. He promised to write them letters every week. Papa, I ask him, weren't you lonely? Sometimes I was, he says, but so was everybody else. Besides, my best friend Stuart was with me. There was always something to see or do on the ship. Most of the time, we were as busy as beavers. Busy as beavers? I ask. Busy as that, he answers. He whistles through his teeth as he irons his collar. He tucks in his shirt tails and rubs the polishing cloth across his shoes until they shine like new. He reaches in the drawer for a pair of socks, and I glimpse a bundle of letters tied with a faded ribbon. He smiles as he touches it with his fingers. But beneath my papa's smile, I know he's missing Grandma Betty. My papa was a hero. There were guns and fire and smoke. He crawled on his belly through the noise and the mud and pulled 3 men to safety. The army gave him a special medal that he keeps in a leather case. Papa, I asked him, weren't you scared? When I was a lad, he said, I thought I wasn't afraid of anything. Then, when something frightening did happen, I pretended to be as brave as a lion. Brave as a lion? I asked. Brave as that, he answers. I help him fasten his medal above the pocket of his blazer. Sometimes my papa's hands shake, so he needs to borrow mine. He smiles as he gives me a poppy to pin on my jacket. He looks very proud, but beneath my papa's smile, I hear the bad dream that woke him in the night. My papa marches in the parade. The crowd cheers and claps as the veterans go by. Some are young, some are old. Some sit in wheelchairs, and some walk past, holding on to others. I stand at attention. The music stops, and there is a minute of silence. A cold wind sends dry leaves skittering past my feet. I am as quiet as a mouse, as quiet as that. My papa lays a wreath. He carefully places it at the base of the monument. Attached is a card that reads, "In loving memory of Stuart David Adams, 1923 to 1944. My papa salutes. Then he steps back and dabs his eyes with a handkerchief. He puts his hand over his heart. I do the same, and I can almost touch the ache. Papa, I whisper, why are you crying? I am remembering, he says. A war is something you never forget. Elephants never forget, I tell him. Then let's be elephants, he says. A soft rain falls as a bugler trumpets his notes up into the cold gray sky. We link our hands and bow our heads. Here's a little poppy poem that will help you remember. Little poppy given to me, help me keep Canada safe and free. I'll wear a little poppy, as red can be, to show that I remember those who fought for me. So what are a few things we can do to help remember and to help honor our veterans? You can wear our poppies. You could call a veteran, maybe your grandma or grandpa. Maybe you know somebody in the military. You can call them and give them a quick thank you. If you see somebody in uniform walking down the street, maybe you could say thank you for your service. You could send a postcard. You could make a wreath. Yeah, there's lots of different crafts you can make. These are all really good things, but the most important thing is just to remember. Yeah. Here's another poppy poem. Poppy, poppy, what do you say? Wear me on Remembrance Day. Poppy, poppy, what do you tell? Many soldiers in battle fell. Poppy, poppy, what should we know? That peace on earth should grow, grow, grow. I think we all did a great job in remembering today. So for now, we'll say goodbye with our goodbye song. Are you ready? Put your hands behind your back. Where is my thumb? Where is my thumb? Here I am. Here I am. Did you have a good time? Yes, I had a good time. Time to go hide away. Where is my head? Where is my head? Here I am. Here I am. It's time to say goodbye now. Goodbye, goodbye, goodbye now. We'll see you next time. It's story time. And I hope I do see you again soon. Take care.